We're coming off what is without a doubt the worst mass shooting in United States history with what happened in Orlando, Florida this past weekend. It's a tragedy of epic proportion. There's no doubt about that. I don't want to minimize that, and understand that I don't want to be tacky. I don't want to be insensitive to anybody by talking politics so soon afterwards, but all my Facebook feed has been for 2 days now is let's ban assault rifles. Why does anybody need an assault rifle? A colleague of mine on Facebook made a remark that if it's tacky or gauche to discuss this so soon after a tragedy like this, just when the hell will it be convenient to discuss a health hazard that kills 50 people in an hour? And I guess that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me. So Dom, I'm going to take you up on your offer. I'm going to talk about health hazards that we don't need that kill a lot of people in the United States. So I went back and did some research. 2011, according to the FBI's Uniform Crime Report, there were 12,664 homicides in the United States. Of those, 323 of those were perpetrated with a rifle of some sort. That's not an assault rifle, that's just a rifle. So less than 323 were committed with an assault rifle. Shotguns killed more people that year than assault rifles did. Shotguns were like 400 and something people killed, okay? Handguns were 6,000 and something people killed. Now, talking about health hazards, things we don't need. 2011, according to the CDC, there were nearly 10,000 people killed in alcohol-related or alcohol-impaired automobile accidents, where you had a driver who had a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or higher. And if you got a driver with a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or higher, you can pretty much say alcohol caused that accident, and it caused the death of whoever died in that accident. So I'm going to chalk up nearly 10,000 deaths to alcohol in 2011. That's 29 times, a little over 29 times more people died with alcohol as at least a contributing factor, if not the sole factor, that year. When you compare, it's 29 times when you compare it to how many people died as a result of a homicide committed with an assault rifle. There were less, on average, than one person per day killed with an assault rifle in 2011. There were a little over 27 people killed per day in 2011 as a result of an alcohol-impaired driver. Now, I want you to tell me, look me in the face and tell me that somehow the 27 people a day that are being killed by drunk drivers, that are being killed as a result of alcohol, something we don't need, tell me that that's somehow less tragic than the people that are killed in these mass shootings. Tell me that those people's lives are somehow less valuable than the people who die in these mass shootings. And you don't need alcohol. Nobody can articulate a need for drinking alcohol. Nobody can articulate a need for cold beer. You may want it. And believe me, I mean, I'm not a teetotaler. I'll have a drink every once in a while. But we're just talking about things that we don't need that are responsible for a lot of people dying in this country. And on top of all of that, you don't have a specifically enumerated constitutional right to keep and bear, let alone consume, cold beer. So until you can work up a little indignation about these 27 people a day that are being killed because of alcohol, because of something nobody needs, then miss me with this argument that nobody needs an assault rifle. Because guess what? Cold beer is not going to make sure the government doesn't take your First Amendment rights away. Cold beer is not going to keep you safe from unreasonable searches and seizures. Miss me with that. The next thing I want to say, going back to some of my statistics, or my numbers here, 6,000 and some of these homicides in 2011 were committed with handguns, okay? You've got people running around getting you fired up about assault rifles when they were responsible for less than 2.9% of the total homicides committed in the United States in 2011. Now, let's say we go along with this assault weapons ban. We get it reinstated. What do you think they're coming after next? If they're getting you fired up over something that caused less than 2.9% of the murders that year, what do you think they're going to say then about something that was responsible for 49% of the homicides that year? And you call us crazy for saying that people are going to try to take our guns away. Well, they've done a real good job of firing you up about assault rifles. The next thing they're going to fire you up about is handguns, because they're killing a hell of a lot more people than assault rifles are. So just miss me with this assault rifle ban. It's ludicrous. It is absolutely absurd.